Hello, welcome back to the north. Anoxic bacteria. It's a thing. It's a thing a lot of people don't consider. Um, or and it's something that isn't very well accommodated in a lot of people's tanks. Um, Basically, some of you are probably doing it and you don't even know it. But, the little stones that oxygen can't get into, but bacteria can because it's porous. Things like porcelain, um, uh, lava rock, clay leca balls, thick substrate, in some cases can help you do it too. And that's what the swamp tank community does with their thick substrate. They're trying to create an anoxic layer, and there's several ways to do that. There's the mud way, which traps, pockets, and in my opinion, is a time bomb. Then there's the other way with the, and I hope I'm saying it right, plenums, where they also do a thick substrate, but it's gravel based, and it's basically the new spin on an under gravel filter system with a very thick substrate, and that will also, the thickness of the substrate is what creates the anoxic zone in that case. It works, but managing a thick substrate, I keep fish that need the substrate cleaned. So those particular methods for the type of fish I'm interested in, particularly African cichlids, it's not a suitable actual tank environment. So I've been trying to find other ways, and the primary way I'm using to for anoxic bacteria upstairs with the Discus setup is clay leca balls. I have not deployed really much of anything down here other than some porcelain plates, not dinner plates, the tiles. They have no gloss on them, no gloss layer. It's just they're just rough porcelain, raw tiles, unglazed tiles, and I've got a whole whack load of those in that green barrel there, right here. So let's get some light on the situation. So those tiles are just randomly thrown in there, and I got a bunch of other stuff in there with some pot scrubbies and everything else. So largely those tiles are the only thing that's providing anoxic control of my nitrates. So I need more of that in this system. And the way I'm going to do that, because I don't want the thick substrate in my tanks. It's pretty thick down here, but this tank's going to be planted. My goal is to buy a mess of plants and put them down in that tank to benefit the entire, because all these tanks are linked, so I'll turn that tank into a planted tank, although my fish that live down here are incompatible with plants because they'll eat them. That way this will be the planted tank portion of my filtration. These are the super sump portion of my filtration. I'm going to install one of these plenums. There's already about 2 inches substrate down there, maybe, roughly, on the bottom, and that's been working for a while. So I'm going to pull all my media out, put it in buckets that's just floating around in there. Then I'm going to take those plates, lay it down on top of the substrate that's already there and already well seasoned. And those plates are also full of anoxic bacteria. I'm going to lay those across the top of it, and I'm going to put gaps between them so that the water can still flow. Then I'm going to drop a plenum on top of those plates, and then I'm going to put another 2-3 inches of gravels on top of it, and I'm going to run it in there. That way, if there is any trapped gases, pockets of gas that should escape, or I need to clean it, and I can just shut this down. I don't have to mess up my tanks when it comes time to dealing with that thick substrate, because eventually it's going to have to be cleaned, right? So I'm going to run the plenum in there inside my super sumps. That barrel boost my whole system with extra water volume as well. And I'm going to get the advantage of that type of filtration here. And that's going to take care of all my anoxic issues in this whole setup down here. Like, it's going to do it like a boss. And everything gets the gas out the barrels instead of gassing out through my tank, because that's what happens is the nitrogen breaks down. The nitrates break down when you use anoxic bacteria. It's really the most efficient way to get rid of nitrates. Plants store it, but anoxic bacteria breaks it down, turns it into gas, and gases it out of your system. It's truly the only way to remove nitrates from the aquarium setup, and it's very important for that reason. Other people also preach ways of achieving this without even talking about it, and that's what all these thick substrate guys are doing. So you can do everything the swamp tankers are trying to achieve in this sump, whether it be a barrel sump or just a regular sump under your system. If you want to do that, you can keep it away from your fish, still achieve all of the benefits, and just do it off to the side and that way you don't risk your fish. And that's so I'm not opposed to any type of filtration, not at all, and I fully intend to employ them all. I'm just going to do it differently. I'm going to do it in ways that I think reduce risk and increase benefit. The benefit to risk ratio is improved greatly by putting one of those plenums off to the side because of the thick substrate portion of the equation. So I can keep my substrate shallow in my tank, I can offer more water volume to my fish, and I can still deploy the method at the same time without crossing those lines, so to speak. I don't know. I want more water in my tank than gravel. That's just my opinion, though. That's just the way I like to keep fish. But it's also the style of fish I'm keeping. It kind of forces me into this corner, and that's how I'm going to deal with it. That's how I'm going to get the best of all worlds. And that's fish keeping, folks. I hope you just have a wonderful day.